Hello, YouTube. Um, so, just to recap what we did last time, we set up Gnome with a dark theme and the terminal with a dark theme, which was the legacy applications. We then set up Dash the Dock and Ubuntu app indicators, and then finally installed Flatpak. I've rebooted the machine since then, and what we're going to do is just go through, address a couple of things from the last video that I missed. Mainly because I wasn't sure about them. So I'm just going to log back into the virtual machine. And what I'm going to do is it was giving us a warning about something called XDG data dears, environment variable not being set. And basically the solution is to essentially reboot and then just check the environment variable set. So we can do this quite easily in the terminal. And if we just make this a bit bigger and go echo $xdg data dears. If you're not aware, whenever you want to echo check an environment variable is set correctly, you can just echo it with the environment variable name prefixed with the dollar. So we press enter in our terminal. It will give us a colon separated list of the paths, and this is where GNOME looks for what is known as a desktop file. And just to cover, we're just going to find those. So one of the last paths here is USR share. So if we go USR share and then it's applications. So we see the index directory is there are, and if we list out the contents, you'll see there's a lot of files with, well, all the files have got .desktop. And what these desktop files contain all the information for a desktop environment to basically show the application, its icon, and launch the application, and probably some other bits and pieces. So if what we're going to do is we're going to just won't go too much into these desktop files, but this is what it's looking for. So so if you install a application with Flatpak, such as Discord, it will need to have this desktop file, and it needs to be in the correct path. Now, if we just clear the screen, we echo out that variable again, you will see that this path is set. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the software application, and we're going to install Discord. So if we install Discord, or if we search for Discord, I should say, and it says FlatHub, and we go install, click install. Now this won't take long at all. Famous last words on that. Right, that's installed. So, and its application is ready to be used. So that is now installed. And this refreshes. Not entirely sure why. It's probably refreshing its database. And we go to this path. What I think will happen is that the Discord desktop file will be in the correct place. So if we cd to there, Oh, so is it found? Yeah, so it's found, but the directory doesn't exist. So look, there's a second directory here. I missed it. So if we cd into that one, we do ls. You see, there's this applications directory. We see cd applications, and we've got the desktop file there, and that has the information. So if we do if we echo out this file, we'll have the launch information for desktop for the Discord entry. So there we go. There's the execute line, and that will launch Discord. So this, so whenever you install anything for Flatpak, it will be correctly added to the applications directory, and that's one thing I wanted to check before we continue. And you can also see that with the fact that Discord is now there, and we can launch Discord if we want to. There we go. It's launching. I won't sign into it. There's no point in going over how Discord works. I think most people are aware, and then it will launch the default browser. Yeah, I didn't shut down Firefox properly. We close those, and we'll just quit Discord. So we now know Flatpak's running properly. And now I'm gonna do one of the things I forgot to do last time. I'm setting this up how I like to set it up. So I'm going to install the an icon set, and you can do this through the package manager. So if we do app search, I like these Papirus icons. Papirus icon theme, and just sudo apt install, and we type in our password. We shouldn't take too long to install. I think it's there's a lot of icons in various sizes, so it has to copy all the right bits into the right places. And the next thing I want to do, so we need to use gnome tweaks to set the icon theme. So if we choose gnome tweaks from the applications menu, we go appearance, icons, and there's various versions of icon theme. Let's just try the dark one, and that appears to be working. Let's try I think it makes much of a difference, but we'll just keep it on the dark one. Seems to be okay. And that is now set. Now, one of the other things I dislike about the Debian setup is it comes with a lot of Gumpf out of the box, and that isn't installed. And I'll show you what I mean. So if we do games, there's a lot of these games. I never play them. If you do, that's great, keep them, but I've got no interest in them. So, and they're kind of like annoying if you're searching for something else and they come up. So what I do is I just do apt purge gnome games. And we could just go and just review that this is doing what we expected to. The following packages were automatically installed and no longer required. And there's a list of these games there. So we do yes. And they are I think we have to do sudo apt auto remove. Yep, and these packages will now be removed. So what I've done is essentially remove the meta package, and all these packages beneath are ready to be removed. So we just go yes on that. Now, if I try to do games, there's just this they aren't there anymore. Essentially, the other one is things like the weather app. Um, I've never used this. I can look out the window for the weather or go on the BBC's website. I'm not particularly interested in using Gnome's application. So it's sudo apt remove Gnome Weather, I think. Yep, there we go. And review that. Following packages will be removed. Gnome Weather. Now it says Gnome Weather. It doesn't actually remove Gnome. Yeah, doesn't actually. It's not quite sure why it says that, but it doesn't actually remove Gnome. Maybe it's like the meta package, and Gnome Weather is part of the meta package. It doesn't actually remove the desktop itself. So that is essentially how to remove like most of the Gumpf that you have with Gnome. They have some other apps in here like maps. And the other thing I always remove is Totem, which is the video player. It just doesn't work very well in my experience. So we'll remove that as well and install VLC. I like VLC. I know there's lighter weight video players, but I found sometimes they don't work particularly well, and VLC always works. So we do, I think it's just VLC, sudo apt install VLC. Yes, doesn't take long at all. One thing I like about Linux, installing programs is very quick. And we just do sudo apt auto remove because we've auto remove. In fact, I can just go like that. And these are some of the libs for GNOME, some of the libs for Totem that we're removing. And if we type VLC, we should have the VLC media player. We won't have the weather app now, I don't think. Yeah, so confusingly, it adds this entries from the software store. Just ignore that. And I think for this video, we're going to leave it there. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.